Hey everyone, my name is Sean and this is Sean Stonks. Let's get started talking about Clov right away. So for the stock on Thursday, actually, we saw it open up right underneath that $8 range, and immediately we saw it go to $8.08 for the intraday high. Unfortunately, when you see the intraday high at the beginning of the day, it might be a little bit rough. So after that, we saw it drop underneath the volume weighted average price, that little VWAP line, this orange line right here, and it continued sliding down until the intraday low of $7.41 right at 2:33 p.m. Finally, though, it made a little bit of an uptick, ending off the day at $7.55. So not too bad, in terms of the movement for Thursday. It wasn't really brutal, but we still had a rough day. On Friday, we saw something a little bit different. We actually had a green day. To kind of counteract that Thursday's movement just a little bit, okay? We saw it going up 2.51% in the day, opening up at $7.66. Immediately, though, we saw the intraday low. Almost immediately at $7.56. That was an opportunity, right? That was a great opportunity to get in. And really, as I've been saying in my previous videos, anything under $8 for me is a super buy. All my money is going plowing into this stock like crazy. And so my position, it's just growing. It's just growing a lot. I'm averaging down. That's super important. If you can average down, if you have the funds and availability to do something like that, then do it, right? Because at the end of the day, we know where the price targets are at. We know what the list price is at. And right now, we're 22.5% under that list price. Think about that. Think about the bargain bin prices we're having on this stock. That's very good. It's like buying a Tesla at 22.5% off and then thinking, was this a good buy? Absolutely. It's a Tesla. I love Tesla, right? And so let's think about this going forward, of course, when we think about this price range, because again, we're underneath that $8 range. Anything under 10, a good buy for me. Anything under $8, a super buy for this stock. So as the day progressed, we saw it change. And go above that volume weighted average price. It stayed up there. We hit the intraday high of $7.88 right in the middle of the day, 11:43 a.m. And then we ended off at $7.75 in the after hours. Didn't move much. 0% change in the after hours. In terms of volume, we saw 17.21 million, and that's comparing to the average volume of 56.45 million. And let's take a look at the order flow. For the order flow, we can actually see that we have zero for Friday, negative 1.79 million for Thursday. So there's more outflow than inflow for Thursday. Zero large-scale orders, inflow, outflow for Friday. So again, everyone that wants to buy in has bought in for this stock. Everyone that's pretty comfortable with this price. No one wants to lose money. So a lot of people like me are hodling my shares. You got to hodl. You got to stick with your plan that you had initially. So overall, not too bad for Friday. Again, still under that $8 range. So I'm really excited for Monday and Tuesday coming up to see, will it stay under there? So you have more opportunity to get in on this beautiful movement that we see. So let's go back here real quick and take a look at the subreddit, right? Because we have the Clov subreddit, 42.3 thousand members in there. Again, still building up, right? We have AMC like 300,000 or 400,000 members in there. And hey, I really want to see this subreddit grow. So if you are not part of the subreddit, please join it, because amazing memes. Look at this one. Hold firm, Clov family. So you see, we got the $28 level. We're right in the middle, $7.75. Can we reach back up to those $28 really soon? I do hope so. I do hope that we see some great potential. But of course, I'm here for the long term. As I mentioned before, I'm here for the long term. I'm here to see, where this company goes, where it goes, like in terms of, progression and in terms of innovation and everything like that with all its technology. Because at the end of the day, this is a health technology company. Really excited to see this thing move. So, that is great to see. Love the memes, love the due diligence. I'm also in the Discord. They have the Discord as well down here. So click that link and join the Discord as well. Next, we're going to take a look at Ortex and see the short interest percentage of the free float. But if you like this video so far, please smash that like button for me. It really does help. Also, subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications on my upcoming video. In Ortex, we can see that the short interest percentage of the free float is 17.48%. Now, we kind of broke out of this little zone right here from July 19th to August 11th. That's about a month right there, and we're finally going up. We're finally going up at the short interest percentage of the free float. And on top of that, you can actually see the cost to borrow max is 13.07% versus the average is 3.66. About a 10% difference right there between the max and the average. So again, we're seeing that little bit of a gap there form. When we look at the days to cover, we currently see that it's 0.97 days and the utilization rate is 97.84. Basically, any shares on loan already loaned out. So we're getting very close to getting back to 100%, an increase from 7 days ago as well. Next, we're going to take a look at Fintel.io, and as we can see, the short squeeze score is 65.10, a little bit of a drop from previous. I think it was like 134th place or something like that. And right now, it's at 1,178th place when you compare it to all the other stocks out there that they have. And this calculation, it shows that in the short term, there is unlikely that there would be a squeeze. Now, we're talking about a couple days here, right? Because again, that was like last week or the week before that we saw this way up there. So things can change very rapidly. So hopefully we see some change in that soon. When we look at the short shares availability, we have 750,000 shares available. Still under 1 million shares, and the borrow rate 2.08%, still rising for that borrow fee rate. Next, we're going to talk about price targets. So a lot of these analysts have these price targets for stocks, of course. And when you look at it, it's kind of interesting because on July 12th, we have downgrade for this stock. But when you look at the prices, it's like, okay, where are we at now? $7.75. Where are the price targets? $9, $10. So 22%. If it does move in 1 year, 22% gains, hey, I'm all for that, right? And so again, kind of fun to take a look at this. Maybe we'll see some changes. Maybe we'll see some more bullish price targets come out because again, as I said, that some of these caved, right? Some of these changed their prices after everyone else changed their price targets for the stock. But when we take a look at this, Bank of America Securities on May 17th went from $15 to $9, and then they changed it on June 10th to $10. And then when we look at JP Morgan, they have it at $9 on July 12th. Still very high from where we currently at. So again, hopefully we see more. And as I mentioned from last week, we actually saw this article from Seeking Alpha where they moved from neutral to outperform. So again, definitely a little bit of changes, a little bit of price target movements that we have on the stock, hopefully coming up when we see a lot of the warrants being irrelevant, when we see a lot of maybe the failures to deliver as well. We have 35 days from the last big uptick in failures to deliver as well. Maybe we can see some movement right there, but hopefully we see some changes coming up to the stock price. Next, we're going to take a look at Ape Wisdom. And on Ape Wisdom, see the trending stocks on Reddit in the past 24 hours. And as we can see, Clover Health moved down a little bit of spots. It's right now number 14. So we got to get this stock trending. It's Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Bets New, Wall Street Bets Elite, stock market, investing, SPACs, options, day trading. A lot of those subreddits are where this information pulls from. So make sure that you spread your due diligence around about this great stock that we are in. Next, we're going to take a look at something new. We're going to take a look at Swaggy stocks in order to see the maximum pain historical data on Clover Health. This is the only place that I've been able to find this historical data. That's why I'm bringing it up today. And a lot of people in Reddit have been wondering, is there a correlation between the price of the stock and the maximum pain strike price as well? And that's something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind for that is that the weeklies started, I think, in mid-June, right after the shoot up to $28.85. So before that, we have very long times in between. So as we can see, we got two things to keep in mind. We got this maximum pain strike price, which is this purple line, and we got this kind of like orangish stock price line as well. And so as we can see, a couple key dates. March 1st, we saw the strike price at $12.50 and $10.45 for the price. We have, looking at May 14th, we have the price at $7.54, and the strike price is at $10, okay? We saw a little bit of an uptick on the 28th, by the way, which went above the maximum pain strike price very briefly. Then we have May 17th. The strike price was at $9. The price of the stock was at $6.84. We actually saw it continue in that $6 range right when I started my very first video. I believe my very first video was $6.92. And so on that date, we saw the strike price at $8 for this stock. Then we saw that big shoot up to $28.85 at the beginning of June. And at that time, the strike price was only $9. So we saw a $9 strike price at that day in question, and we saw the stock go all the way up, and that was really, really crazy, okay? And that was like 3 times the maximum pain strike price. So again, we got a lot of volume. We got a lot of volume going forward, okay? And right at that point, again, we saw the weeklies starting to come in a lot more, and we got the strike price at $13.88. It started falling down and getting a little bit closer to that price of the stock. And here we go on July 19th. The price was $8.34. The strike was $9, okay? Right there, again, just kept on going above and below the maximum pain strike price. And so it's been kind of like following each other very, very closely ever since. We've got a little bit of a gap there forming at August 16th, though, where we have the strike at $9, the price at $8.48. And here we go on this last week where we saw the strike at $8.50 and the price at $7.63. So maybe there is something that we can find, hopefully some correlation or some type of prediction from these two little bit of information here. I hope that we can find that correlation going forward, but it's kind of hard to do because when you look at the past, you don't have the weekly options going in, and so it's a little bit hard to make those predictions based on past historical data, but something that people were asking about, so something I do want to talk about. And so next, I want to give shout outs. I want to give shout outs to all of, the Clov family out there, the Clov gang. At the end of the day, we're all here. We're all really a strong community. I also want to give shout outs. I watched a video earlier from Wall Street Stonks, and he was talking about it. So I first want to give a good shout out to Wall Street Stonks for starting this great, positivity about supporting each other up, because at the end of the day, we are a great community. Okay, so I love his videos. As you can see, I've been watching a lot of his videos. They're very, very intense on the amount of information that they do provide about the daily movements of the stock, which I really do enjoy. He also has some explanation videos as well in there. And some other people that I want to bring up, of course, are Dutch Trades, right? At the beginning of this, before I started my channel, there's 2 channels that I watched all the time. The first one was Dutch Trades. The second one was Coach B. And I watched those pretty much in the middle of April, in the middle of May, and I was like, they inspire me. They inspired me to start my own channel. But I got to give a big shout out to Dutch Trades. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at his very, 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 very first video and take a look at that date. That date was April 17th, okay? So definitely one of those OGs on this table. Let's look at Coach B. Of course, he has the Chalk Talks. He has Talking Stonks with Coach B as well. And, I think at the end of the day, he's an educator at heart. He is a coach, right? And so he brings that experience to the table when he talks about stocks, and I definitely like to listen to his videos. And here's explanations that he has as well. The next is Tarheel Blue. Now, Tarheel Blue, 138 videos. He has probably the most videos out of any one of us about Clover Health, okay? He's been doing the roundtables. He's been bringing on amazing guests as well to his channel. And so overall, definitely giving us a lot of information about the stock, and I really think he's doing a great job. So shout out to Tarheel. Next, we got Al Trades. Al Trades has a ton of passion about the stock, and really dives in deep into the details about this beautiful stock that we're working with, and gives us that really technical information, right? So if you want to learn about that technical information, check it out. Next, we have Mcash or Mcash, right? Where we have 191. That's a lot. I hope to get there one day. 191,000 subscribers on his channel. We got Clov moving, best stocks, Clov 48 hours, new deal, all that great stuff about Clover Health. He's been making Clov videos for a pretty long time, so shout out to him. And also, we got Target Short Sellers, TSS. We have great videos on there, go a little bit into the detail about the stock. And then we have Foresight Capital. He's been on a couple of talks with, I believe, Tarheel as well. We got 18,000.3 subscribers. Definitely people to look up to. And, you know, he's been making Clov videos for a while now as well. And then Champion Vibe is actually someone that Tarheel told me about the other day. And so I just subscribed to him. Definitely great amount of videos about Clov and, of course, other stocks as well. And so, like, you know, overall, when you take a look at all these channels, you can see that people have put a lot of effort into it, give a lot of information out about the stock and about the future movement that we could potentially see, a lot of positivity. And I really wanted to give a shout out to all these channels, and I'll have a link in the description to all these channels if you want to take a look at them as well, and subscribe, of course. And you know, that's really it for this video. If you like this video, please smash that like button for me. It really does help. And I hope you have a great trading day on Monday. You lucky people. Take care. Bye-bye.